This is from 1991. This is the trial of William Kennedy Smith. Kennedy Smith. Yeah, there's a lot of Smiths, right? Yeah. Smith is a common name. Yeah, Kennedy Smith. Yeah, he's tied to the Kennedys. I'll get into it. But there's that other Smith that we've been hearing a lot about. It goes by some different names. Goes by John Luman Smith, Jack Smith, Jack L. Smith, John L. Smith. Yeah, it has several different names. And, doesn't mean anything because Smith is such a common name, except Jack Smith, that one that's prosecuting Trump based on nothing. Just one of the many criminals in the justice system currently. But he won't disclose his parents' names, sort of like, Casey DeSantis won't disclose. Yeah. I think anybody that's in a public position, maybe, I understand, you don't want to give the address or maybe the state your parents live in, but I think you could at least give the name. So I think it's shady that Jack Smith, when he's going after a former president that we voted for, can't even tell us who his parents are. Yeah, because see, this man, who's a doctor now, okay? But wait, his mother is Jean Kennedy Smith. She had 2 sons. I'm going to have to do another video on the second son. I'm going to do him first. So, as in regards to this trial, in 1991, the trial of William Kennedy Smith attracted millions of television viewers and laid the groundwork for an era defined by celebrity trials that blurred the lines between news and entertainment. 30-year-old Kennedy Smith, the nephew of U.S. President John F. Kennedy, was accused of sexually assaulting a woman he met in a Florida bar while out with his other famous uncle, Senator Ted Kennedy. I always disliked Senator Ted Kennedy. He just was a grouch. And he was in Congress forever. But all the Kennedys are. The woman told authorities Kennedy Smith attacked her as they walked on a beach near the Kennedy compound. As a member of one of the most famous families in the U.S., Smith's case was big news on its own, but it became legit media circus when a brand new cable news outlet named Court TV took a gamble and decided to air live gavel-to-gavel coverage of the entire trial. Reporters from around the globe flocked to the Palm Beach courthouse for the proceedings, which were attended by numerous high-profile Kennedys, including, JFK Jr., person everybody seems to be having a love affair all over the place with. Yeah. JFK Jr., who took his turn showing support for the latest male family member to find himself in hot water. Famed criminal defense lawyer F. Lee Bailey, who later formed part of the O.J. Simpson Dream Team, provided expert commentary on Court TV, which blurred out the accuser's identity with a large dot. Following the trial, the woman chose to identify herself publicly as Patricia Bowman. Taking the stand in his own defense in court, Smith testified he had sex with Bowman but insisted it was consensual. He also said that he felt sorry for his accuser. At the beginning of the trial, Judge Mary E. Lupo made a controversial decision to bar prosecutors from presenting testimony from three other women who claimed Smith had assaulted them, which may have played a part in Smith's ultimate acquittal on all charges. Yes, he was acquitted. Of course he was. He was a Kennedy. Kennedys get away with everything. And yet all of America has some romance going on with them. It just annoyed. I want the truth. I don't want this freak show going on about, JFK Jr. or JFK Jr. It's like, who are these people online doing this? Like messing with people. You know how heavily the Kennedys are tied to it's almost like they created the whole global agenda because of their massive amount being involved in medical, in farm, all of it. And yet all I see on TikTok is this stuff about some like putting JFK Jr. up there like some god, okay? It's like, who are these people? I question these people. I do. Like, or I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not. It's just he's passed away. Yet you can believe all your whatever you want to believe. The fact of the matter is the Kennedys are all of them. Their family is like it's like they created the globalist agenda. I'll get into it. I have to with I'll do on his other brother. Anyway. So he was acquitted on all counts, all charges, but they wouldn't let the three women who also were accusing him, they wouldn't let that testimony in. William Kennedy Smith became a doctor after the trial, specializing in working with victims of landmines, and remained largely out of the national spotlight. In 2004, a Chicago woman who was Smith's assistant at the nonprofit Center for International Rehabilitation filed a lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault. A judge subsequently dismissed it, of course, because it's a Kennedy. So didn't go on to change his ways, right? So that picture I showed of William Kennedy Smith, this is his mother, Jean Kennedy, and her husband, Stephen Smith. Yes, in very high positions. Goes way back with the Kennedys. Yeah, campaign manager, but many, many special positions, many old pictures with him and JFK. This is a picture in 1991, Jean Kennedy walking her son, who's accused of rape by many women, but was acquitted. William Kennedy Smith. That's Jean Kennedy Smith, William Kennedy Smith, and you can see behind her there's RFK Jr. Right above me, that's Stephen Smith. You can see there's JFK. Yep. Says up there, President John F. Kennedy takes time out to golf with his father, Joe Kennedy, brothers-in-law, Stephen Smith, and Peter Lawford. That's Jean Kennedy Smith with Bill Clinton. Yes, she served as ambassador to Ireland. She got in a little bit of trouble, too, with some stuff going on there in Ireland. Yeah. Anyway, or maybe that was when she was in Obama's administration. Speaking of. Yes, like Bill Gates and Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres and Tom, all the gang that Obama just happened to give all those medals to. Yes, Jean Kennedy Smith was one as well. Okay. Yes, and that's Jean Kennedy Smith with Biden, of course. Yeah. Yep. Right above me is Jean Kennedy Smith, and her other son, not the one I just talked about, the other son is Stephen Smith Kennedy Jr. This is Stephen Kennedy Smith Jr. This is the other son. Jean Kennedy Smith and Stephen Smith had two sons. The one I did at the beginning was William Kennedy Smith, and this is Stephen Kennedy Smith Jr. Yes, he handles pretty much all the finances for the Kennedys, like their foundation, their library, yeah. Is in every board you can imagine. But then so is the other son. So tied medically to the globalist agenda, yes. So I'll do him in another video because he was given like 3 awards from Harvard because of he was a big professor there. Yeah, and that's just many things. That's why I have to do another video. But he had reconstruction done to his face. I can't find out why. I don't know why. Maybe somebody out there that's done some big dive into the Kennedys wouldn't. I looked. I couldn't find anything. I know he had a substance abuse problem that he talks openly about. I'm not trying to go after. I'm just saying it would be interesting to know what happened to his face. Maybe a burn accident. I don't know. But look, the Kennedys are tied heavily to the globalist agenda. Why do you think we have so many genome labs? The Kennedys have this horrible genetic problem in their family if people don't realize that. Yet they put on the face that they're helping people with all these different foundations through the years, yet they're rooted in this whole globalist medical agenda. So I'll follow up with more about him.